with me, I have a guest. I'm really excited. It's been like 2 months that we were talking about this. Yes. I am so... and isn't his voice addicting already? Like, he's already... Like...
The smooth groove. Welcome to...
Oh, we have a phone call already.
Spotlight.
Okay. Let's take this phone call. Hello.
Hi, I'm calling to speak to Andre Chulisi.
How are you?
Just introducing him. I love people who are so excited.
How are you?
I'm good. It's Pee-wee, 234.
Hi, Pee-wee. How are you? So happy to hear from you.
Am I the first caller?
You are the first caller.
Yeah, I planned it that way.
Like you heard the theme song and you were ready.
Yeah, that's good. I'm good. It's a beautiful day outside. You know, I just got home from work, and my baby Chulisi, you know, we go way back, baby.
Yes, we do. We go back as far as we were 13?
Yes.
13 years. Yes.
And I don't want to say my age, but yeah, I'm almost, you know, I'm almost the, what do you say? When you reach 50, you over the hill.
No, it's just a half a century of good wine.
Leveling up. You level it up. You get into the next chapter.
Oh my God, I love that. Level it up. Okay, we leveled up.
You get in that final boss stage.
Oh my God, thank you. So good to hear from you, Pee-wee. So good to hear. I'm so happy to hear from you.
Yes, baby. You know I love you. You know.
Thank you very much.
We're more than family. You know, I support all your endeavors.
Yes, you do.
I'm proud of you. You've come a long way.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
We all have come a long way.
Yes.
And, you know, I just want to let you know, I support you. I may not be there physically, but, you know, spiritually
you always
and
let me know.
emotionally.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know I got your back.
Thank you very much, love.
Yeah. So I'm glad I was the first caller. I know you have other callers who probably want to talk also. So
thank you. You got me smiling. I'm all smiles. I feel like the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland. Thank you for calling, puppy.
Yes, baby. You already know.
And stay blessed.
Okay, you too, baby.
Bye.
Thanks for calling in. So if that doesn't give you a hint about what you're in for the next hour, I didn't even get started introducing you and people are already
that's
like
funny.
lining up.
That is so funny.
But it's the one, the only Chulisi.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. I was looking forward to this. Actually.
Right? And I'm also looking forward because this month is Soul Tree Spotlight. It's a special edition. It's Soul Tree Spotlight presents Chulisi Vision.
Yes. So I'm so happy. I want to say this is the very first time I've ever put Chuli Vision up. It's something that goes pretty good on my Facebook posts. I have a Chuli Vision.
Oh, I watch it. I watch you. Like, this edition of Chuli Vision.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of people have been like hitting me up, DMing me and be like, "Yo, you got to make a show. You got to make a show of this. You got to make a show of this." So I just happened to bump that day into Jose from Soul Tree, and he gave me the opportunity, and we're going for it. And it's been a really great response.
Good. I'm so excited.
Yes, I
feel like that's all I'm saying. Like, that's my whole thing. I'm so excited. So before we get started, I like to do throwbacks on Soul Tree Spotlight. But we're actually gonna switch it up this month. So our lovely producer, who I think she spoke on like the first 2 episodes, and then we never heard from her again. We're thrusting her in the spotlight. Her name is Jade Zabrick. She is thebomb.com. That's telling you how old I am.
Yeah, no, it's so good.
She just released her music video this month. Super excited. Jade, you got to give an intro. So you can hop on the mic. No, hop on the mic. Give an intro. Hype up yourself.
This video is awesome. You should watch it. It's great. We went to the beach and it's great. There's awesome people in it. Dale's in it. Samantha's in it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's rock.
Let's rock.
It takes a lot to get me going. went every single way.
You know what I realized? Like 10 seconds after the song started,
What?
you didn't even say the name. That's for the song Lifetime. I was so busy like hyping up Jade and so happy to put her like on the spotlight.
What's the
I was
name of
like, just listen to her. Just do it.
Just go.
But that was for her song Lifetime. But yes, hello, everybody, and hello to you, my love.
Hey, baby, what's going on? Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. If somebody was like, "What is Truly Vision?" in like five words, what would you say?
Truly Vision is the authentic me. The with me with no filter. No filter at all. We talk about anything and everything.
Nice. I was about to be like, I feel like that's every time we meet. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
with
yeah,
no
yeah,
filter.
yeah. There is no filter. Yeah.
Like,
I'm the friend that you warn your other friends about.
Yes.
Be like, you're gonna meet my friend Chulisi, so just be ready.
like there's anything you're
Things
insecure
come out of his
about.
mouth. You don't understand. Don't take it personal. She's just that way. I'm definitely that friend. Definitely.
All right, so I don't know this. I waited until like now
Okay.
to ask you. Give me your origin story, like, because I heard a little bit. Because when we first met, so for everybody who's listening, let's give my origin story into how I was
Right.
introduced to you. It was at our Sultry Spotlight. If you remember, 2 episodes ago, we were playing music from everybody. We didn't play from you because we were like, we want to surprise everybody. Come out, come see.
Right.
And I had never heard of you. Like, I've heard, like, through people, but I never, like, sat down.
Right.
And,
Right.
like, and so this man gets on stage and it was just, like, no, even before, because we were, like, catcalling and cheering each other
Yes,
on
we
in the
were.
audience.
Yes, we were. Oh my God, yes, you're correct. Yes.
And then he gets on stage, and then I was like, who is this bitch? Like,
Yes.
this needs to be in my life.
Yes, very much.
Yes. And then that was the day that we were just like, July, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you
Right.
doing? And
Right.
this came together. But from you, like, what was how did you start, like, from youngin' days?
Well, to begin with, a lot of people don't know. I first started as a dancer. That's. I was always into the arts. I started as a dancer. Then, by accident, I found out that I can sing, and then I put out a couple of house songs on Strictly Rhythm. I did a freestyle track when freestyle was in on the Pro and the Groove. It was called In the Rain, and it did very well for the hood. You know, like just within Brooklyn and Manhattan. And then I started acting by accident. I had just when Palladium's was open, I walked out and this guy gave me a script. And I was like, what? And he was like, I think you would be great. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And he was very persistent. And I did it. And I've been acting ever since. I've been acting nonstop for the last, I'm going to say a good last 18 years.
Nice.
I just been getting work after work. And then, you know, I evolved and I became, I was always a poet. I always wrote. So they started putting up these spoken word pieces. And I did a huge gig. Me and Emmanuel Xavier used to have balls to throw like
Yes.
like a poetry slam ball with categories at the New Eurekan Poets
I love
Cafe.
that. Yes.
And we did that, and then I just did my one-man show. Like I did one show, and I bumped into some people who really blessed me. They were like, "Yo, you got something," and I wrote my one-man show, and I've been writing them ever since. So I've been in the game for a while. I teach it now. You know, I teach it. I teach performance. I teach singing. Yeah.
And then what inspired you, like, coming into now? Like, what inspired you to be like, well, I want to curate. I want to, like, there's all these bad bitches that you're not listening to.
Yeah.
That you're not. Let me
Yeah.
show you who they are.
Yeah. 2 things. One, I think that now is a great time for people of color to have a voice.
Absolutely.
We need to be heard. Like, people need to know our story, and it doesn't need to be saturated. It is what it is. Like, yes, there is a ghetto, but a lot of good comes from the ghetto. A lot of talent comes from the ghetto. Better talent than what they have on now. And that was my second reason. I was just so tired of going to places and hearing garbage. Or because you're pretty, or because you're thin, or because you have a bad body. And I'm like, that's great, but what do you have when all of that goes? Where's the real talent? And I have an amazing tribe. I call it my tribe. I have an amazing tribe, amazing friends that are just bad ass with what they do. And this particular show, these women that I have represent one way or another who I am, or who I was, or where I've been, and they're good with it. You know what I mean? Like they're the top of what that is. You know what I mean?
Ooh, so let's talk about a little bit more of like what you mean where you've been. So
True Rodriguez, she's the one of the founders of El Grito de Poetas. They're award-winning. They've traveled all over the world. There's her spoken word has grit, and my life is grit. So whenever she spits, she never lets me forget where I came from, and at the same time lets me know that there's beauty in where I came from. She's bad with it. Like, I can't wait till the audience really gets a dose. So they're going to be like, what just happened? I'm like, I told you, true just happened. And then there's Kiyomi Tarver, who is actually another spoken word artist with dance behind it. And she reminds me of what it was to be a dancer, where I first started. Because I don't dance anymore. I mean, I dance, but for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then there's Jeannie Soul, who's my right-hand man. She is a chanteuse. When I tell you sings, she sings. And she reminds me of me. She always keeps me grounded, knowing that no matter what, Andre, no matter how good you are, always remember you still got to be number one. Mm-hmm. And you still got to do you as if you did it the first time. Yeah. And then I met Janelle. Tiffany Janelle, I met at the 2-month show 2 months ago. And when I heard her, I was blown away. And she has grit in her voice, but she sounds fresh. And I remembered what it was to be fresh on the scene, and no one giving you a hand, and no one putting you on, and no one wanting to help you, and no one saying, hey, check it out. This is what's up.
That vibe too. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I looked at her that day, and I was like, you know what? I got you. And she was like, all right. And I was like, no. I got you. But she really has no idea who I am. So I start laughing because I'm like, girl, when my people get to see you, get ready to be gigging a lot in New York City, baby. If you're hearing Tiffany Javette, if you're hearing Miss Janelle, be ready, mama. Get ready to do it. And then, you know,
I told her when she was here 2 months ago, she, because I like to look up everybody and listen.
Right.
And I was obsessed with her YouTube. I was just like, you have so much stuff that's on there right now, and you have like just the energy when you perform. Because she is a performer.
She reminds me of singers that sing not because the lyrics are pretty, but because she can identify. And I think that's so important for performers. Right. Be authentic. Because I can tell when I see a poet and he's doing it to be cool, I'm like, bro, take a couple of seats back. Like, you don't even got my attention. I'll be like, waiter, can I get like 3 fries, 2
like,
chicken,
this is
thanks.
the perfect time to go to the bathroom.
Right. You know, and I'm like, I can't deal. Like, I can't.
Cool. So I'm going to actually transition with some of our artists that we're going to have playing up.
Yes. Who you have queued up, Miss Girl?
We have Kiyomi Tarver. Is that right?
Yes, Kiyomi Tarver. Yes, she had a she had a show that she wrote called Love and War. It was composed of all her poetry with a group of women, and the way they translated their body into her spoken word was, I've never seen anything like that. That good. So what you're going to hear now is a clip from her show Love and War.
Okay, here we go.
There is an I love you living in me. I'm not always the I, and the you depends on the season, but the love is always the same. I love how love chooses you, and you can choose love, and how love is a choice, and I get to choose to love you. How lucky am I?
1, 2, 3, 4.
How lucky are you? What if I was the I and the you? How would I love me then? Imagine the magic that would spill and the abundance I would have to swim in, and the love I would attract, because it would recognize itself. What if we chose to love each other? Crawled out of this house that was left for us, that neither one of us built. What would we create? Deciding not to hide, deciding bent arms and knees were meant to brace us for the fall, but never meant to stay crawling. How much longer will we permit scraped knees and elbows and call them growing pains? Call them this is the way it's always been. Call them I'm scared to get hurt. Call them eventually he will love me. When will we stop apologizing for extended limbs and who they touch? When will raise hands not be an invitation to shoot, tear down, or take advantage of, but an opportunity to love? How about we stop giving a fuck about what it looks like and what they will say and give all the fucks about how it feels? What if I was the I and the you? How would you love me then? Imagine how hard crawling would be knowing to kiss me it would require you to stand. So stand. I am much too big and worthy for all this hiding.
Damn, I'm so excited.
I can't wait. You know what's funny? I'm quoting all the acts. Yeah. I'm like, are you ready? They're like, yeah, which lets me know I'm not telling you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do.
Be ready.
Yeah, that's it. That's what they keep telling me. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll trust the process.
One of the reasons I was excited about this show is not only just like people of color, which is very important.
Yes.
Queer artists coming together.
Yes.
Like, you don't, like, unless you know exactly where to go, it's very hard to break in. Because I know for me, when I was younger, like, where were the little queer black girls?
You know what I found so funny, though, in my career? The majority of my fan base is straight. They love, especially the straight men, they love. Yeah. When I fag out, they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, my God. I did a show once where there was no profanity. Oh, the men were upset. They were like, Chulisi, what's up? No dirty jokes. I'm like, you guys are the worst. I have men that be like, show your legs. I'm like, oh, you guys have your wife there. Get out of here with that. Yeah.
Definitely remember that.
Yeah.
Same. I get on stage and they was like, oh, yes, we here. Where's our big black girl best friend? And I was like, you know what, bitch?
Yes. And I think it's a great time now. Mm-hmm. You know, the LGBTQ, we've come such a long way.
Yes.
Such a long way. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God that the world now has pulled out their crayons and realized that there's 5 shades of pink and there's 5 shades of gray and there's 5 shades of black. There's 5 shades of brown. It's not as black and white as everybody sees it. Mm-hmm. And I always say, this is the 2000s. If you don't know someone gay or have a relative that's gay, honey, where the hell you been? Like, what rock are you crawling
like,
under,
what
bitch?
You're actively trying.
Yeah.
Like, you are actively trying. Because I remember, like, and you probably remember, too, like, when it was, like, the 80s, the 90s, and it was just like the very special episode on TV.
Right. And it was nothing that we were.
Oh, no.
Because I write about that all the time. I read about, you know, I tell the youth now, I said, being gay in the 80s, like, that was war. You didn't just walk out dancing and prancing and lisping and sashaying. Like, you didn't do that. And if you did, you better be good with your hands. Because it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. You know, now you little bitches walk around here, honey. You have your makeup on, and it's okay.
Right?
You wear your pink person. You live life. You have no idea what happened to pave the way for you. You know what I mean? Like, you really need to respect that. It's come a long, long way. Thank God that people have an hour of freedom, at least to express themselves.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm seeing all these, like, there's, like, little 11-year-olds or whatever that's just, like, in drag or at least playing with makeup.
And accepted.
Right.
And left alone.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Maybe that's not them, and that's where they're at right now. Or maybe it is them, and they learn to at least love a part of themselves where they don't feel the shame and the guilt. And parents are now very like, you know what? At the end of the day, that is my kid. Right. And it got nothing to do with me.
It's not like little 3-year-olds that really, like, really ready to stomp.
No,
you
cannot wear
pink.
What are you
doing in a
dress?
Right.
You can't wear pink. That's a girl's color.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Oh, please. I think if I bump into a kid like that, I'll be like, oh, we live like that? I guess your name is Wilma Flintstone, honey, living in the rock ages. Because, girl, you need to brighten up.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, not me. Everywhere I go, I work on being authentic. Because I think that when you become the real you, to you, you really don't care what anybody says after that. Like, really, you don't. And I've never been closeted. And I say that because I've always been a real feminine kid. I was a woman at one time in my life till I was 26. I stopped being a woman because my addiction really ran rampant at the time. And when I became a man of 30 is when I said, you know what? I can't be a woman anymore. Let's go for the manly thing. But I've always been who I was. I never hid the fact that I was gay. I never denied that I was gay. This is who I was, and either you like me or you don't. And if you don't like me, it's okay. You're hiding something, but it's okay.
No,
What's
it
going on with
took
you?
me definitely to my 30s to be like, you know what? Thank you. I really didn't have all that energy for you. So, like, you excusing yourself from my life is the best thing you could have done.
Thank you.
Stay blessed. Bye.
I'm so happy you didn't wait for spring. You could do it today in winter, and you could do it tomorrow in autumn. It's all right, honey. I'm happy. I'm carefree, and I'm gay. I was born this way.
Hey.
Love that. Yes, honey.
Ooh. Okay, so speaking of you taking us to church, I'm going to go to our next artist that we have, because anybody that can cover Miss Aretha Franklin has to,
This
has
is
to
Jeannie
bring
so
it.
honey.
Yes.
I hope you said it. Oof.
So tell me a little bit about Miss Jeannie Soul.
Jeannie Soul, she's getting ready to do a one-woman show. Her story is interesting. She's a heavy-set woman. And
Shout out to the big girls.
yeah, and they never let her have her place because they said that she was too fat. That's exactly what they told her in the industry. You're too fat. She had a deal with Columbia Records in salsa. She had 2 salsa hits. And then when, life happens, they let her go. Again, because they said, you're not marketable because you're fat. She ended up traveling with Fania All-Stars. If anyone knows Fania All-Stars, they're legendary. If you don't know Fania All-Stars, you don't know salsa. Bottom line.
Like, as soon as this episode is over, get off of here, Google,
Fania All-Stars, yeah.
find the All-Stars.
She toured with them for a while all over the world. And when she came back, she had a lot of work to do. She realized that she had to pave her own way. And now she does cabaret. She's performed in every gay club. We've known each other since we were 16. And we always made a promise to each other that whoever makes it first will bring the other one up. And me and her are on the same level, too. You can find her always working at Teatro Seas for the children. She does children's shows now. She does, like, puppet work, and she actually does Broadway shows. And this particular show was her own cabaret show. And Jeannie was going through something backstage. And I knew she was going through something. And I said, girl... She's like, I'm going to eat right now. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to slay the children. I said, well, you do that. And I went backstage and I went on the audience and I recorded this. And she thanked me for it. It's a version she sang that I think if there's one song that Jeannie sings with her heart, it's this one.
Yeah.
Because Jeannie doesn't sing without feeling it. Like, she won't sing just because you want her to sing or sing this song because it's cute. She's like, if I don't feel it, I'm not going to sing it.
And this is a song you can't sing without
feeling it. Yeah.
Like, I feel like I will be the first person if you're singing this song and I don't feel the soul to be like, cool, any other one.
Right. It's like, baby. So this is Jeannie Soul's interpretation of Ain't No Way by Aretha Franklin.
All right, let's give it a listen.
There ain't no way for me to love you if you won't let me. It ain't no way. There ain't no way. Just ain't no way.
guys, we are back, and while we were being blown away, while we were just sitting here and I was getting my praise in my life, we got a phone call. So repeat who you are again, guys.
Well, I'm Lydia, and my husband is Orlando. And
Hi, God. Oh my God, you don't understand how excited I am. Let me tell you something.
So we're calling from Vienna because we were out all day and we've been inspired by so much beauty and art. And then we saw a Chulisi vision, and we were like, we need to call him. We need to call him right now because we had a fabulous day and we're feeling very fabulous. And
Halfway across the world.
And we're feeling
Yes.
to the fabulous Andre.
Yeah, let me tell you something about Lydia and Orlando. They are one of the most fabulous couples I know. They love, they support, they're all about the art, they're all about love, period. And they're beautiful boys, and she's gorgeous. Her husband is such a hottie. I mean, they're just fabulous. Like, I just can't with them. I just can't.
I want friends who are just like in Vienna, and they're just like, you know what?
I'm happy you're in Vienna. Are you having a great time?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. You guys have to try to make it here. Everyone should just come to Europe. It's so different.
Yes, it really
That's my
is.
current exit plan right now.
Yes.
To like run away.
Honey, let me
Europe.
tell you, when I get famous,
A boy from the Bronx.
right.
Orlando was in awe.
Let me tell you
Orlando is
something.
addicted.
Let me tell you, one of the things I want to do is actually, when I get really rich, I want to go to Europe. I want to do a show. I think Europe needs a little Chulisi in their life.
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
They
Very
will
much.
love you.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah, they're very, and I mean, they're just like us. They want us to see their beautiful, these are beautiful places.
Oh.
And there's like culture everywhere. They have like bands playing. They have music going. They have like theaters all outside.
They know their history.
Now, I know that you guys are going to snap a lot of pictures.
Anyway, I'm sure you have a thousand more
You wrote right past that question. I love it.
We love you. And
I
thank
love
you
you.
for having us on.
I love you so much. I love you guys so much. Always in my prayers.
Stay in touch when we get back.
Yes, please.
We're going
Please.
to Prague next, and then we go to Spain.
Ooh, Prague. Take a lot of pictures. I love Prague.
Oh, yeah.
So we did Budapest, Vienna, Prague, and now we go back to Spain.
Nice. Very nice. I know you guys are coming back with a lot of pictures. And when you get back, we need to hang and do lunch or brunch or dinner.
Oh, both.
Yes. We can do a whole day hangout. Hell yeah. I love
All right,
you
take care,
guys.
hon. Have a
Thanks for calling
Enjoy.
in, guys.
Ciao.
But ciao. Oh, I love that.
When I tell you they're so fabulous, they are. Lydia and Orlando are fabulous. Always been, always are.
Oh, and we got another call. I love this. Hello?
Hello, we're calling for Chulisi.
Yeah, you are. Who is this?
Tell him it's Barbara and Crystal.
Hi, honeys. How are you, my loves?
How are you, honey?
I'm doing good. I've had such a long day, but I'm ending my day with this show, and I'm having a really great time. Hi, Crystal. I love her.
We're calling to let you know that we love you.
Thank you, my love.
We support you.
Oh, thank you so much. I still have my cup, and it's my everyday coffee cup.
Yay!
Every day. A cup of Chulisi keeps the sadness away, honey.
That should be a shirt. I need more than a cup. That's going to be your merchandise.
I'm so happy. By the way, you're looking great, and I love the tans, ladies.
We love you.
I love you, my love.
Okay, bye, honey.
Bye, my mom.
Hi, thanks for calling in.
I love
But
that.
tell me what it's like building a tribe, building, like, all these people who love and support you, calling from Vienna. Like, that is...
Oh, my God.
That is what people dream about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait to go to Prague. Like, I really can't. I really want to go to Paris. I want silk scarves from Paris. The people that I have now in my life are people that have stood by me through a lot of stuff. I'm a kid that grew up in the street. Like, I'm very aware that I'm blessed. Like, really aware that I'm blessed. I mean, I'm a brown skin, loud Latino gay kid from Brooklyn who was addicted to drugs. I did heroin. I did crack. I became a prostitute. I lost everything. I got clean at 26. And there was a tribe of people that really, until this day, like, they really stood by me. And they weren't in there personally, but their prayers were there, and they always checked up on me, and they always made sure I was good. And then when I started getting clean, and I started doing my stuff, like performing and all of that, I met another group of people who actually liked the realness that I brought on stage. They were able to identify with me. Like, they were like, you don't understand. When you said that, that reminded me of this, and it reminded me of that. And, oh, my God, like, I have an uncle like you, or an aunt like you, or, you know, you took me back to a time when da-da-da-da-da-da. And those people have become people that have followed me, have been in my life personally. Lynn and Orlando, I know them personally. Barbara and Crystal, mother and daughter team, I know them personally. The universe has allowed certain people to come into my life, and we have these amazing experiences that are spiritual, these experiences that are very lasting on the spirit, that even when we don't contact with each other, we're still there. You know, they'll hit me up, they'll be like, yo, what's up, just thought of you, and it feels like we never stop talking to each other. So, like, my tribe is it's big but small. I don't know if that makes sense.
Small but mighty.
Oh, I love that. Small but mighty. Ooh, girl, you turned it. Yeah, she gave it to me right now. She's like, small but mighty, darling.
Yep.
That makes the world of a difference to me. You know, like, I come from a large group of mostly women who have overcome a lot of adversity and a lot of challenges and a lot of trials and tribulations. And these women actually have helped me stand. You know, they've whether they posted something, whether they reached me on the side through DM, whether I know them personally, or whether they took the time to actually bump heads with me at a show, they were there, these women, these strong women, that when I see them, I see my mom, and I see my grandmother, and I see me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm able to identify with these women and these men also that most, like I said, most of the men that I have in my life are straight, but they're there, they're present, they're very conscious, they're very open. You know, they're very, they understand. You know what I mean? Yeah. And really good-looking men, too, at that. Like, they're really good-looking men like that. I must say my tribe looks really good in one room. You're like, damn, there's a lot of guys. I'm like,
it's like everywhere you turn.
Yeah, I can't wait for the 28th. Like, they're just going to come out.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I can't wait. Yes, I will be performing July 28th. Doors open at 5:45. Showtime is from 6 to 8:45 at Soul Tree at the West End Lounge on 107 and West End.
Yep.
Yeah, right then and there. I can't wait. Come. We'll find place for you to see. Come.
Even if we got to do standing room, because
it's gonna be standing room.
I'm about to say, even if you just got to stand on like one foot in the corner, you got to come. Some of these people I've seen, I saw, like I said, 2 shows ago, and it was one of those things that I was just like, I was taking pictures, and I think for like half your set, I couldn't take pictures.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Like, the way, like, your performance, when you said you were a dancer earlier, I definitely saw it, because that, like, performance quality that came out.
I'm about to do a one-man show, and I'm actually going to open up the show with a cabaret dance number. Ooh. It's called The Story of My Life, and I called it, the name of the show is going to be Maricón, which, if you know Spanish, it means faggot in a very crude way. Yeah. But I chose to call the show Maricón, and the book that accompanies it will be my second book called Maricón, and it's just about, you know, what it is to grow up to be brown skin and to be gay. And hopefully when you finish seeing the show, you'll realize I'm no more different than you are, honey. I got to eat with a spoon. I got to wipe my butt with toilet paper, and I go through the same struggles everybody else goes. All that's different is when the lights go off, I like something a little more different than you do. And be careful, because it's all done the same way. Nothing different, darling.
I guess based on that, where do you see, like, queer culture going, especially for Black and brown people?
There's more of us on TV.
I'm excited.
And they don't put us all in dresses and makeup. Thank God. You know what I mean?
What, you mean all gay men, all, like, colored gay men aren't RuPaul?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, we don't all wear dresses. We all don't go to florists. We're not all interior designers or hairdressers, honey. We actually are carpenters, doctors, lawyers, firemen, and policemen, to name a few. Queer culture, I honestly, in another 5 years, I see it. And I hate to say it this way, but there's the only way I can say it. So mainstream that when they do see us, no one bats an eye in surprise, like, oh, he's gay. It's no longer said like it's a disease. It's no longer said like it's a mental disorder. They will no longer look at us like it's fucking contagious, as if I sneeze and your daughter's going to turn into a lesbian the next day.
So,
5 years from now, I see it that it's just like, it is what it is, and let's keep it moving. Don't judge me on what I do in bed. Judge me for the person that I am.
So when I was young, I remember my mom. I used to hang out at the like center on 13th Street.
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And my mom was like, "Oh, you can't do that." And I was like, "Why not?" She's like, "Because the lesbian's gonna rub your head, and that's how you're gonna turn gay." And I was like,
"Oh my God!"
I was like, "I don't think." So funny. I was like, "I don't think it works that way." Like,
yeah, right. Thanks,
like,
Mom.
I'm curious, but I don't think it works that way.
So funny. My mom never when I mean I was never in the closet is because I was a really loud kid. Like at 13, I had pink hair. You know what I mean? So like a mother always knows. I believe that a mother always knows that whether she chooses to deny it or not, that's another thing. My mother never just emphasized it. She was like, okay, as long as you go to school, you get good grades, I don't care. So when I finally came out to her at high school, she was like, really? Here's $20. Happy graduation. Bye. Congratulations.
Like, I thought you was going to tell me something.
Something like, yeah, you know, and I was like, oh my God, like I went through all of this and she knew all the time. She was like, honey. Andre, really?
Let's play the tape, baby.
Yeah, you know, it's like, Andre, your hair is like to your shoulders, you have a lisp, and you wear girl clothing. Where do you think this was going, honey? You're right, Mom, but she says, thank you for telling me, but I already knew. You know, and all she told me was, life is going to be hard. It's going to be hard because you have 3 strikes against you. Andre, you're brown. Andre, you're Latin. Andre, you're gay. So, educate yourself, learn how to fight, and just protect yourself. That's it. That's all I can give you as a mother. I mean, you know. And I was like, all right, man. I was already quick with the 1-2s because I used to fight all the time. So my mother was like, I know you got that department. I was like, yeah, I do. Definitely.
One more artist that I want to definitely give attention to. I know we were gushing about her earlier. But we can gush a little bit.
Janelle turns on my lesbian button. Like, Janelle was someone that I met at a Sultry show, and she stepped on the stage. One, I think she's absolutely stunning. She's a thick chick, gorgeous. But she's really, she's a thick chick.
Like,
she's
when y'all come to the show.
Right. She's everything I think of a Latina. Thick hips, breasts, lips, eyes, curly hair. Like, she's Latina. That's what I grew up as. When my mother said Latina, this is what I saw. And then I didn't know that she sang. And her voice has that raspiness, like that grit that I like. You know, that she can either sing. Her voice has conviction. That's the best way I can describe it. And when she got up there and sang, I was like blown away. And I knew that in there that she was somebody that I had to help, because I believe that now us people of color, of brown skin, of black skin, we need to pump each other up. You know, don't just compliment somebody and be like, hey, you know, if you got a place where this person can prosper, bring them up.
Yeah.
Bring them up, man. Like, you know, don't just be like, you were great. Yo, you were great. I'd like to book you. Yo, you were great. I want to introduce you to my circle of friends that can do something for you and bring you up. Because the other day on FB, I said it. Nobody makes it alone. Nobody. I hate when people be like, I made it by my... No, you didn't make it to yourself, honey.
No, you didn't.
Someone helped you. Someone patted your shoulder. No. Someone helped you cry. Someone held your hand. Someone helped you. You didn't do it alone. But thank you for letting me think you did.
No, especially now. Now, before it was so controlled by white people. I'm just going to say it. By white people. And now that there's more chances for us to have avenues, like, there's no excuse.
At all. I wish we had the opportunities that these kids have now.
Right.
American Idol, all these places. I would have been one singing queen, honey. Put me American Idol when I was 14, 15. Ciao. I would have been Elva, honey. I would have been in Prague. Because these kids now, I don't find a reason why you can't make it. The opportunities are endless. You have YouTube crazes, Instagram crazes. Oh, child, they're making me sweat. Please give me some Tiffany Janelle money to bring me down.
We'll give Andre time to recover. Yes. And we'll put on some Tiffany and Janelle.
Yes.
Oh no, here we go again. Fighting over what I said. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
too short. Oh my god.
It was short, but you know what? It was a tease.
It was.
So I think people should come and see her live because her presence live is crazy too.
Her presence live is everything.
Yeah, it really is. I'm gonna so hit her when I see her. I keep texting her. She's like, "What's up, babe?" And I want to say like, "I have a crush on you," but I don't want to tell her that because she'll be like, "I'm not doing the show. You're creepy."
Well, now she knows.
Yeah,
but
she
to
does.
make you feel better, you know, I had a crush on you too. So.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. She's a hottie toddy for sure. She's a hottie toddy. Yeah.
So while Tiffany was singing, we were talking about artists and kind of in this new age how people are like flashes in the pan and everything. What do you feel is the key to longevity?
Authenticity. I believe that's why you have certain artists that don't last because they're the fad. What they're talking about now is what's in. And just like everything that goes in, it goes out. I always say Beyonce's long. Her lyrics are authentic. I'm not a big fan of her. I do live for her. When she does a show, she does it. But she's authentic.
Yep.
Alicia Keys, she's authentic. These are artists that when they sing truth. And they're real about their style and who they are. And that's why they have longevity. I always tell people, I teach this, and I tell people, you have to be authentic. You can't sound like somebody. You can't have two of the same people, honey, because they're going to go for the originator, not the one that's duplicating it. So what are you bringing to the table that makes you stand out? You being authentic, you being who you are. I always say that. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
I feel like people need to not be afraid to explore because a lot of people right now, they're in it for the fame.
I've never understood when I get someone that sings and have a great voice, I tell them, so do you hear some Billie Holiday? Do you hear Regina Bell? Do you hear, who's that? How can you know about singing if you don't know about these people who actually paved the way for you? It freaks me out. I'm like, no. So you mean to tell me that you're here singing with this beautiful voice, but you have no idea where it came from? So you sing just to sing, but you don't know what it is to sing with pain and be convicting in what you're singing? Here, put these artists on, you know. Oh, I didn't know about them. Oh, honey, you're giving me...
I feel like if you didn't hear Nina Simone's Strange...
Do you know that I've actually had people of color not know who Nina Simone was?
That is... You're not living your life.
That's
just...
In my head, I'm like, so you never heard none of your parents' music? Like, I don't get that.
Oh, my gosh.
They go as far as, like, I know who Michael Jackson is. Okay, that's great.
That is great.
Okay. Right, like, okay, that's cute.
Oh, my gosh.
Get some Nina. Get some Chet Baker.
Oh, my God.
Get some Regina Bell. Even Tina Marie, who's a white chick, but honey.
Oh, my God.
There's some sisters who still can't do what she does. Vocally.
I was my first audition, I think I sang like Denise Williams. Like that.
Niecy, honey. Yes. Denise Williams.
Yes.
Even early, I give you credit if you come to me. You know Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Yes.
Let's do that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But a lot of these young singers, they don't know this. And
they're like it starts and ends for them with like Whitney or something. And,
right.
And not, please don't come at me. Whitney is an idol. Whitney is an icon.
She is.
But
there
were
talking
people
about,
that she was inspired by.
Right. We're talking about, you can't say you're a pop singer or an R&B singer and you've never touched the blues.
Right.
You've never heard
That's what
jazz.
R&B. That is half of R&B.
Yeah, right there. It's blues.
It's rhythm and blues. That is.
So let's just do that. And I don't want to hear the excuse that, oh, when I'm young. No, because when I was 13, I was hearing my sister's music and her shit was like 20 years older than she was. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you have to know your history.
And I was like, you was never in your mama's house or you was never in somebody's house on Sunday morning.
And they never heard that song. Woman to woman.
Right?
Tell me what you got in store.
Oh, my
You're
God.
like, man, what's she talking about? Hush your mouth. Just listen.
Right?
You got to.
Oh, my gosh. Tonight's the night.
Ooh!
Yes.
Yes.
That was
some Linda Clifford, Runaway Love. Right? Like, you have to know these songs because these are women who sang from their heart. Mm-hmm. Angela Bofill, that's another one that when I hear her music, I'm like, girl, you want to cut your veins after I just heard your album. You know what I mean? It's not just what's in now. These people were influenced by somebody.
So really quick, I know I talked about queer culture, but specifically for you, what is next? What is, if we were having this conversation in 5 years, what have you accomplished?
I have a self-published book called Slip, Trips, and Falls. It's poetry and memoir of a gay Latino in the 90s. I have a critically acclaimed one-man show called I'm Just Saying, and I had a sold-out show, Welcome to the Ghetto. I'm right now working on my one-man show called Maricón and a book to accompany it. I've directed an amazing play called In Defense of Glitter and Rainbow, written by True Rodriguez, who's also going to be one of the performers that day. We're back in Columbia University in September 27, 2029. I just got casted for a play where I play Anastasia.
Oh.
Yes, honey. Yes, I'm going to play a gay boy. Go figure. That's going to be out in Jersey, actually, in a huge theater in November. And I'm in the process now of recording a couple of songs. I'm going back into the studio for some house music. That's what I really love to sing, besides jazz. And my one-man show that's going to come out has dancing, of course, acting, comedy, and singing, because a lot of people don't know that Chulisi people just started knowing I sang last year. They didn't know that I sang, because I wouldn't sing. There was nothing. I went 10 years without singing.
In May, I thought you were just doing this all, like, this just came.
No.
This was the package.
I stopped singing for 10 years because there was nothing worth singing. My life, I just didn't find the urge to sing. I just kept it quiet. And then my best friend, Jeannie, one of the singers, she started singing some stuff again. And she was like, Dre, you really got to let the world know that you can sing. And I was like, why? She goes, because it's part of your story. And she says, and Andre, your voice has conviction. It has grit. It has hurt. It has pain, and people need to know that it's okay to sing with pain. And I was like, you know what, Jeannie, I hate when you make sense, but okay. I'll go back to singing.
Thank you.
You know, so we're going back to that, definitely.
All right, well, we are going to get out of here soon, but before we do, last month we started Sultry Spotlight Online, and it's basically online artists get a chance to reach out, and we listen to so many talented people, especially over at Sultry. And this month's artist is Kayla Shea. The song that she has is Take Me Back. And Kayla, I hope you're listening, because Jose really went to bat for you from Sultry. And this is Take Me Back.
Used to chill at the park. We would stay up late, fool around the dark. You were always the one holding on to my heart, and I gave you the key from the very start. You know what you left does to me, so good that I could barely breathe. Thought forever meant eternity, then you went and turned your back on me. It's hard to say what we were wrong. You know I'm tired of being alone. You wait the pause. Home, I saw
and that was Kayla Shea with Take Me Back. I feel it. I was like, yeah.
No, it was cute. Yeah,
I was like,
she had me
bopping.
grooving. Yeah, I give it to her. Yeah, she was cute. Yeah.
So it's about time for us to get out of here. But I do want to let you guys know a couple of things. First, our next show is August 12th, and our guest will be the poet Leah V. So I love when poets come on. Like, it's just talking, because there's so much in y'all that's just like life, right?
Yeah. Poets are the voices of the time.
Yes. But before that, we have a bunch of stuff coming up. Speaking of poetry, we're going to be at the Poetry Festival on Governor's Island. Yes, on July 28th.
Yes.
At 12:30. So you can actually like make it a day of poetry if you want. You can come see us
at the Poetry
Festival on Governor's Island at 12:30.
And then rush over at 5:45 to see me, Chuli.
Yes.
Chuli Vision. I want to say thank you to Jose for giving me the opportunity to do a Chuli Vision.
Yeah.
I think it's the start of something wonderful.
It is.
Yeah.
And then August 2nd is our first indie music festival. So
really?
Yes. So I just got back like Thursday from tour with the other label that I work with called the Label Noir. Yes. Oh my gosh, those are my babies. We've known each other since college.
Wow.
So they're coming with Soul Trees, like all my worlds combining.
That's great.
And they're doing indie festival, the Polaris Festival. That is on August 2nd. It is $10. Go on Soul Tree's Instagram. Go on the Label Noir's Instagram. Get your tickets. Get your tickets now. Like, you have basically a month for me telling you this. To go.
And $10 is not a lot.
$10. And we have like so many artists. Like, if you go on either one of our Instagrams,
I want to die. I want to die. I was like, Jose. He was like, nope, $10. I was like, Jose, no. I'm like, oh my God, Jose.
I spent 11
I'm used
days
to
with
Fez.
these people.
You had me wearing Vans.
Oh, gosh.
Darling.
But yeah, so this is your chance. Definitely come through. I'm going to be there just vibing. I felt like that's what I've been doing for the past month, just vibing with amazing artists.
That's the best.
Ugh.
You have been a delight, Miss Early.
Oh, baby, you are welcome back anytime. If you just want to come sit, if you want to co-host with me one day, just come through. I'm excited for anytime I see you. So,
thank you.
And that is it for this month's edition of Soul Tree Spotlight.
Nobody said I love you. I don't know what to tell you. That's how you always say.